Hello, friends. It's me, Georgina Wander, from the inside of my car. Just to make it so you can hear me, because I get a lot of complaints from people that can't hear me. I'm sorry. I hope you can hear me good here. Today, I am going to talk about my relationship with Hekate and things. And I always wanted to do this kind of video so you know a little bit about my experience with Hekate and what I've experienced and what have come true and things like that. And so I'm also doing at the same time a challenge that Justin Bennett is his name. Justin Bennett, the Witch of Enchantment. He made this witch tag with Hecatean witch tag. So I wrote it down in my journal, the questions. So I'm gonna start, and I hope you enjoy it. And thank you. And please comment, like, share, whatever you want. Subscribe. Okay, so number one question: how did Hekate enter your life? I wanted to have a relationship with a goddess like I used to have with the Christian God. Like I used to pray to the Christian God. I don't know why I didn't relate to Jesus, because, you know, I was Christian. I was brought up Christian like a lot of us. But I don't know why I couldn't. Maybe it was because he was praised as such high regards. I don't know. And so anyway, I always wanted to have a relationship like I used to have. Like I used to have conversations with God. I used to have, you know, at night I used to talk to him, and it was to him, not Jesus. I don't know why. Again, don't ask me. Anyway, so I actually asked the Christian God if he can hook me up with a goddess. That because the relationship that I used to have with him was very genuine, and it felt genuine and good. It's just later on I realized that that religion was not for me. Just like a lot of us have come to that term, I was obligated to go to church. I was obligated because I never liked it. I just wanted to watch cartoons on Sunday and, you know, fantasize and play, and, you know, that's what I enjoy the most. I was too young to hear those awful sermons about guilt and hell and the devil, and it was fucked up. I used to get a lot of nightmares because of the devil, because he was mentioned all the time in a church. But anyway, so that's how Hekate sort of came to my life. I mean, I met her once before at a Wicca ritual that I went to. You pay $10 and you can attend. So, and this was the Wiccan Family Temple in New York. And this was back in, like, I don't remember, like maybe 2017 or 16. I don't know. I know that I saw Hekate for the first time there because they worship a god and a goddess, and I think this was a ritual in October. And usually Hekate is celebrated in October because of the witches and her being the goddess of witchcraft. So that's where I met her. But when I first met her, she gave me eerie vibes. Like I was like, I don't know, but her vibes are kind of, but I kept hearing good things about her by the people around me at that ritual. But like the images that I will come up to, like when I used to research, it was kind of like dark, and I wasn't, I was kind of starting, yes, I was starting with the occult. I always have had connections with the occult because I have santeros as friends and witches as friends. My best friend at the time was Aldo, and he was going to become a Wiccan priest, and so he was my best friend. Like I always had a connection with the occult, but I never really owned the name of witch or wizard or sorceress. Like I never claimed that name until I went to a witch fest, and they were Christians preaching at the fest, but they were doing it in a very obnoxious way. Like they had sound equipment so they can overpower whatever was happening at the fest, and it was so aggravating to me. And all of a sudden I was standing in the middle of the fest, and it was kind of like a moment. It was kind of like a revelation moment, a moment of clarity that I was like, I am here and I am with them, so I am a witch. I identify as a witch now. This is who I am. I am part of this group. I know I am part of this group. I'm here for the first time at a witch fest, and I feel like this is my people. And from there on, I started calling myself a witch, and this was around there, 2017 to, I think it was 2016. I'm sorry, I just did my makeup and I have something inside my eye. Don't you fucking hate that? But anyway, I'm gonna cut this short because otherwise this is gonna be a very long video. Okay, number 2. What aspect of epithet of Hekate do you connect with the most, and why? What aspect of Hekate, what aspect of epithet, what epithet of Hekate do you connect with? What epithet of Hekate do you connect the most, and why? I don't know. I mean, I have worked with, recently I worked with Hekate Terebromon, and Terebromon is the aspect of Hekate that will take revenge on people that abuse their welcome. And I did that for Trump. I went to the Trump Towers and I left a sigil of the Terebromon because he has overtaken the welcome situation. Because he is also an immigrant, like well, his parents. But anyway, so I have worked with Terebromon, Brimo, Clauducos, Elanian, Oranian I also worked with. I would say, I don't know, I don't have a favorite. I think I enjoy just working with Hekate overall, and she's such a goddess, such a living goddess. Like when I say living goddess, I mean that she is there. She is listening to you. She listens to me. You see results, you see anecdotes that confirmed that she's listening, that, you see results with this goddess. This goddess is present if you really and genuinely look for her and want to work with her. She will work with you, and she will guide you, and she would be honest with you, and she would tell you. Usually she communicates in dreams and stuff. Anyway, that's my answer. Next. Okay, number 3. How do you honor in your daily or monthly practice? How do you honor her in your daily or monthly practice? I don't even understand my own writing. Anyway, how do I honor her? I honor her by being a good human being. I honor her by sort of being like her in a way. Like, she is powerful. She is a divine feminine. She is wisdom. She's knowledgeable. She's strategic. She is, yeah, she's everything to me. And if I walk this path, just being a little bit like her, like, you know, she is fair and she's good. She's fair with her followers, and, you know, yeah, I honor her by being like her. Next question. Okay, so number 4. Do you have a dedicated altar or space for Hekate? What's on it? Okay, so here, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take you to my altar, and I'm going to show you what I have there. You know, I already did an altar tour for Hekate. It's in my videos in my channel, in my YouTube channel. And but now that I have come back to Puerto Rico, I have brought some of the things that I own in New York here, and so I'm starting to incorporate it in the altar that I used to have here. And so I'll show you what I did, and I'll show you where I have the new statue that I bought for her in New York, the 3 phase, you know, like the sort of like the Spadini statue is here with me. I brought it with me, of course. I love that statue. That statue is my favorite. So it's here, and I'll show you where I put it, and then I'll tell you what I'm going to do later on. You'll see. I'll change everything. Because now I live alone in my mom's house. My mom is in her home, so I'll have more choices to have an altar and stuff. So I'll show you. Hold on. Altar now here in Puerto Rico. That's the picture I used to have in New York behind the beautiful statue that I got. It's here too, but it's not here yet because I have to figure it out. Where am I going to put Persephone? I think I'm gonna put Persephone outside. I'm thinking maybe outside, but the outside right now, the backyard is a jungle, and I have to fix it and put it really nice and put an area really beautiful with Hekate, with Persephone, Demeter. This is Demeter and Hades. I brought Hades with me. I left the other Kerberos. And yeah, and then this is my Hekate statue that I also love so much. I always love this Hekate statue, and this is like my prayer beads. I can't believe my tongue got anyway. So I have the praying beads hanging on her, and then some things and the lanterns that are like representing her torches. There's some crystals back there, a cauldron, shell for Urania, Uranian, Anyway, so this is Carabitos. I brought my Amazon with me. This is my Amazon. What I have representing my Amazon spirit that is with me. And that's it. This is the altar that I have right now. I'm going to show you now the other statue, where the other statue is at. So this is where I put my statue, my latest statue of Hekate, the Spadini, I think is his name. Rafi Spadini from Brazil. He made the statue. So I have it here. I have a candle for her here, an offering bowl. But for now, she's here in the living room. This painting is here because it looks like my mother when she was younger. And yeah, you can see the outside. I will make this place look a little bit better. It's just that it's been here for 4 years. Look at me. Hi, everyone. So there she is. And eventually I'll move her to my bedroom where my other altar is, my main altar is, with Persephone and all the other gods. I will do an altar for Persephone, but outside. I'll look for, I'll keep you posted, okay? Bye, see you soon. Number 5, what offering do you most enjoy giving Hekate, and what do you think she enjoys? What offering do you most enjoy giving Hekate? I don't know. I mean, like, this, you know, like, I guess the offering that have gotten me what I needed, like, Clauducos is the key bearer. Clauducos, right? Clauducos, yes. And then she is the torch bearer. She is Enodia. Enodia is of the road. Also could be interpreted as the guide. So Hekate Enodia as the guide. She has, I think, when I offer blood of mine, when I offer like the hair of my puppies, of my dogs, when I offer her like a supper that I have made my own, like I don't buy it, or like my mom made it or my sister made it and then I get a little bit, and it's when I do it with the purpose of offering it to Hekate, I think that's what she likes the most, because I have gotten the best results when I do things like that. Like, I don't do like this and give blood. I just prick my finger with you know, with that little device that you buy for how you call that? Oh my god, you know, you prick yourself to draw blood, and it's just like a little dot. That's how I have offering my blood to Hekate. And to me, offering blood to a goddess is a very personal thing. It's a very unique and personal thing that you exchange with this deity, because you feel like there is a connection, and it's a special connection between you and this deity. And I just felt compelled to give her this. My blood is me. It's what keeping me alive, right? Is my DNA is in my blood. So offering her this type of offering, I think, helps move things along. Next. Okay, so number 6. Has Hekate ever appeared to you in a dream, vision, or moment of crisis? Yes. She has come to me in dreams so many times. I have dreamt with her a lot. And when I try to interpret the dream, I also pair it with tarot, and usually I get the answers that I am looking for, and it's usually current events that I'm going through, and usually they're prophetic prophetic dreams, like, you know, they tell the future. They're usually that type, and this is why I can say that goddess is a god, that goddess, that Hekate is a goddess that is present, and that she's listening to you, and she is, yeah, holding you dear, and she consider you her daughter, priestess, whatever, like, and this is why she's helping you. This is, whenever I have a dream with her, I get this satisfaction, this happiness. I wake up smiling, because it's like a confirmation that the relationship that I have with this goddess is real. And yes, she has communicated with me through dreams in moments of crisis. Like right now, I am going through a very difficult situation with my mother. My mother has dementia. I have mentioned this a lot of times. So her dementia, Alzheimer's, is very advanced, and she changed drastically after she was diagnosed, and that's because the doctor says that she probably had this sickness for a very long time. Sometimes it starts at the age of like 40, he says. He doesn't know exactly when did this started with her, but I have a feeling that it started the most when she was when she lost my father in 2014. And after that, there was a COVID came, then an earthquake, then before that was Maria. Oh, forget it. We had so many tragedies in our family, and she also lost my brother when he was 29 back in the 90s. She have lost so many of her brothers and sisters. There's only one left. It's only her and my uncle Edgar, and they both have Alzheimer's, and they're both in right now. I just recently put my mom in a home, in an elderly home, because she has become very hard to deal with. And especially here in Puerto Rico now, we came for that reason, for that purpose, to put her in a home. And so I was here alone with her for like a week, because there were no beds available at the moment. And this is how it works here. Like, you have to, the bed is what you buy. You buy the bed. The bed is in the bedroom with two others. It's usually three beds in one bedroom. And this house is beautiful. It's an old house from like the 40s or 30s. It's a huge house. It's big. It's nice. The staff that is taking care of my mother, they're wonderful. They're sweet. They're nice. And it's just a nice environment. Very nice. Very clean. They have activities. They have everything. Doctors, psychiatrists, neurologists, they come into this place and they give them, you know, their patients. But anyway, so all these happened because Hekate guided me to this. I gave her offerings, like I said before, the offerings that I usually worked. I did that for her, and she have come through. She pulled through completely. Okay, next. Number 7, what lessons has she taught you that changed your life? She had taught me that you have to be willing to be open-minded, to open your heart, your mind to this world. Like, if you approach people with an open mind, you can find a best friend. You can find a loyal neighbor. You can find answers through in places that you wouldn't think of going, like, and if you have her guiding you to meet people, to meet places, to read about things, she will open your heart to things. And to me, that's very important. To me, that's beautiful, because sometimes I have prejudice. We all do. We have some prejudice, and towards anything, towards animals, towards people, towards places. Like, you know how you are. Sometimes you're closed-minded, and she has opened my mind to a lot of things, and I appreciate it, because after, okay, like for example, I'm like, I'm not gonna go to this place because I'm not gonna get anything out of it. For example, it's a party or a charity or whatever. I'm not gonna go here because I know this is gonna be a waste of time. So then when I get there, I'm like, okay, Hekate, I'm going with you. Let's go. Let's see what's in this place. If you go with that state of mind, open-mindedness, and Hekate behind you, or any deity that you're following, then you will be surprised to what you can discover, who can you meet, what information is going to be benefiting for you. So I feel like that's my lessons that I have taken from Hekate. Okay, number 8. How does your queerness or identity influence your devotion for her? As you guys know, I have come out here in my channel and on Instagram and on TikTok that I am a trans woman. I transitioned in 1991 or 9. I think it was 1990. I don't remember. I think I was 18 or 19. Time for me is, I'm 57 years old. I know I don't look it. So I can't remember specific dates, and years. So I'm gonna get closer to what I think it was, what year. And I started transitioning. I left here, Puerto Rico, in 1987, I think. And I've been in New York since 1987, so like around 90, because it took me a while to find the right people, the right doctors, because I already was in that mission that I wanted to move to New York to become a woman, but this was my secret. My family did not know, of course, the reasons why, because, you think, if you are a queer person, what you have to face when you're different and face society in this type of state of mind, that you want to change your body, regardless of what you identify with. Like, my situation was that I was in the wrong body. My mind, my spirit was a different gender than my body. And I always, since I grew up here. I was born in New York, but I came to Puerto Rico when I was like 3. And I grew up in this house. This is the house where I was a little kid, grew up to be a teenager, and then from here I left home and I went to New York to live with my sister in the Bronx. And 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 I have a feeling that Hekate was with me since the beginning. I just, now that I have met her and that I have uh, developed this relationship with her, I feel like she was behind, she was with me my whole entire life. Because there are moments that, there were moments that I always remember that I always wanted to have a God. I always ask about this. Like, how come God doesn't have a wife? How come God is only God and not a woman? Because he created a man and a woman. I always have these questions in Bible study, and I was never satisfied with the answers. And I always wish for a goddess in a way. And I levitated to the Virgin Mary, but I kept being blocked. Like my father was like, no, you're not supposed to worship her. You're supposed to worship God or Jesus. That's a Catholic thing. We're not Catholics. We are evangelists, I guess. I don't know. We were mostly Presbyterians. This is how we kind of started. My father was the one who was looking for the church, and then when he found the right church, he would bring us all along to be part of this church and stuff. And so I was baptized as a Presbyterian as a teenager. I think I was like 15, 14, something like that. So yeah, let me see, what was the question? How does your queerness influence your devotion for her? No. Yes. Yeah, so I don't even know what I was saying. Next question. Okay, number 9. What's your favorite Hekate ritual, spell, or sacred tool? Oh my God, I don't know. I think all of them have had some impact in me and has strength in my relationship with Hekate, which is very rewarding and wonderful. And every ritual gives me the sense of having more power and like owning the word witch more and more. But like, my favorite ritual with Hekate, I guess when I summoned the Amazon spirit through the Hekateon, Jack Grail's Hekateon. There's a spell that you can summon a spirit that can help you do your bidding, help protect you when you're doing spells out in the open. If you go to the cemetery or whatever, or there's a witch comeback, you're having a witch like hexing you and stuff, then you have this spirit that can help you, manage all of that. I guess that will be because I remember doing it at the crossroads, at this crossroads that is in the woods here in Puerto Rico. I remember doing it and preparing everything like it said in the book and everything. And I remember that when it came to being at the crossroads and doing the ritual, it was 12 o'clock at noon. It was 12 noon, because you're supposed to do it at a liminal time. You could do it at noon, at midnight, at dawn or dusk, and those are liminal times. And so, because Hekate is the goddess of liminality, so it correlates with the spell. If you want to summon her and you want her to help you with the spell, then not supposed to, but whatever makes you feel comfortable. Like if you feel unsafe doing it at midnight, then you can do it at 12. If you feel unsafe doing it at dusk, then do it at dawn. I chose noon, and it was a mistake because I was there doing my ritual, like I broke the bottle, I summoned, I was using the eye inks because you're supposed to um, put the spirit off the Amazon. In this case, it was my Amazon, my spirit that I was calling. I was putting her, you're supposed to put her in the eye inks, which is the device that I use with the disc that you go like this. Is kind of like a toy. But anyway, so as I was doing this and calling the spirit of the Amazon to get into this guy passed by in this like go-karts, like these carts that they're kind of like motorcycles, but they have 4 wheels. I guess it's a 4-wheel, but it's like sort of like I see it like a toy. So he interrupted me, my ritual, and I was like, oh my God, it's not gonna work. But when he left, I finished, I continued and I finished. And I was so worried that it didn't work. But then I had a dream. I dreamt, because you're supposed to dream with this spirit. The spirit is supposed to come to you in a dream. And the spirit is supposed to tell you, the dream is supposed to tell you that yes, it worked because you met the spirit in your dream. So I dreamt of this woman, heavy-set woman from Africa, a black, heavy-set, strong, kicking ass. I was dreaming about it. She was kicking some ass, like really like Wakanda shit, you know, like ¿cómo que se llaman ellas? I forgot the name of those warriors in Wakanda and Black Panther. The Dora Milaje, I think it's that. Anyway, let's next. I don't know how to do it. This is my first time doing it. A tag. Okay, next. Number 10. What advice will you give to someone just starting a path with Hekate? Oh, just do research on her. Get to know her epithets. They're very important because Hekate is very powerful, and she is compare and usually paired with other goddesses. Like for example, Diana and Artemis is the same. Diana and Artemis are the same goddess to me. So they put her together a lot with Artemis. Hekate and Artemis, Hekate and Diana, Hekate and Selene, Hekate and Arishkigal, I think. Hekate and Kaibele. Like there's a lot of goddesses that are paired with Hekate because they're goddesses of the night, of the moon, of, you know, they guide, they propalaya, they protect. That's another epithet that I love, is propalaya. And so just research her. There's so much information out there of Hekate that you will have a lot to choose from. And just don't rush into like anything with her. Just take your time. She is very patient. She will guide you. She will present you with everything. Everything will fall into you, and you have to know that it's her guiding you. So when the moment shows up that you encounter this thing, and you're like, this is interesting. It's about Hekate. How convenient. So this is a moment that Hekate is guiding you to read about this, because maybe she wants you to do a spell on this topic or different things, you know, like just when you in this rabbit hole of learning about something, especially about a goddess, you will find it so interesting that you will be lost in time when you start researching, when you start reading. Like, you will all of a sudden will have an interest in Greek mythology and Greek history, and then, or you, because that's happened to me. And like right now I'm dying to go to Turkey, to Lagina, to see her temple, to do a pilgrimage and walk around there, and like do another pilgrimage in Greece. And like, I really want to do something like this. And when I see other witches and other people, like devotees of like the gods, the Greek gods or whatever, and they're in Europe and they're there in the ruins and the ancient tombs and stuff like that, I just feel so like, oh, I wish I was there. Like, I'm so envious of these people that can do this, because right now I can't. I have to take care of my mother, especially now that she's in a home. I have to be here and make sure that they're taking good care of her, and she's going through a lot right now. Like, she's adjusting, and so she's not eating, she's not sleeping. Excuse me, and I am so worried about her. But Hekate is with me. I'm working with her, and I know that thanks to the wisdom that she has provided for me to withstand all of this, I feel very confident. I feel very good about the situation that I'm in right now, even though it's hard because I cry every day. But this will come as you research, as you develop your relationship with Hekate. Developing your relationship with Hekate is also looking for information about her, learning what her epithet, learning what you can give her as an offering, even though it doesn't have to be exactly what you read that you have to give her. You can give her whatever comes from your heart, and she will accept it as equal as a full meal and things like that. So, and it's good to know her epithets, because then you will know who to work with, what aspect of Hekate you can work with. So that's it. That's all the questions, I believe. Yeah, there are 10. I'm cold because I'm in the car and I put the air on, because otherwise I will cook in here. I will roast in here. I'm in Puerto Rico now. I moved from New York to Puerto Rico, back to Jauco, my hometown, and I'm here because of my mother. I love this house. This is where I told you, this is where I grew up. My friends are here, my family, a lot of my family here, even though we're not close. I'm closer to my aunt, my father's sister. I'm closer to her. I'm closer to my cousin Lynette that I mention a lot. She's my second cousin. Her mother was first cousins with my mom. She passed away. Lynette's mother passed away, and so yeah. And I also wanted to tell you that Hekate will guide you to work with other goddesses, especially in the Greek pantheon, because she has guided me to work with Persephone, Demeter, Hades, Kerberos, Artemis, Diana. That's it. And I work with Persephone and Demeter because of my mother, because it was in the beginning of my decision to move back to New York, being here in Puerto Rico since 2016. So I moved to New York, I think in 2020, and I just moved back. So I was there 4 years. Was it 2020 or 2021? Something like that, because it was going to be 4 years in November that I have moved back to New York with mom. So in that period of time that I was making that decision, Hekate asked me to work with Persephone, and Persephone came to me in a dream, and she was in my home. She was actually in the kitchen, and that's like the favorite place of my mother. But I didn't see her. I heard her, and I I saw something, but it was kind of like a shadow. But I knew that it was Persephone, and I knew that it was her, and it was a voice, a very nice voice, almost like my mother, when my mother used to talk to me nice and softly, something like that. And I remember that she said to me, I know you love your mother, and you will do the right thing for her. Don't worry, you will do the right thing for her. That was it. That was all that I heard. And I woke up crying. I just couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe that happened. Like, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I dreamed about this. Like, I know, like, most of the time when you dream about something, it's because you have thought about it. And I was talking to Hekate about my situation, and you know, I wanted her to help me, guide me through this turmoil that I was going through with my mother, and the decision to go back to New York or not, or stay here, because it's awful. It's awful to take care of your parents with Alzheimer's. It's so difficult, so hard. I don't wish this on anybody. It's the worst thing that could happen to a son, a daughter, to see, especially your mother, that most of us love them so much. She changed so fast too. So I'm gonna end this here, because otherwise I'm gonna get emotional. And I don't want to cry. I've been crying a lot, and I just did my makeup. I don't want to cry. But anyway, thank you so much, and thank you to Justin for doing this tag. I wanted to do something like this to whoever is following me. I know there's not a lot of people following me, but to get to know me, to get to know who I am, where I am at, where I'm from. Yeah. So I hope you enjoy this tag, and I hope you get encouraged to participate and do your own tag. So I love watching it. I love watching everybody's videos. I watch all of them if I can, when I can. And so I hope you like my video. So please like it. Comment, please, in the comment section. Talk to me. Let's have a conversation about Hekate, and share it if you like, if you want. Okay, thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Hail Hekate, and like Justin says, I'll meet you at the crossroads. Ta-ta. Hail Hekate.